of course, here comes our program called 10 Minutes With. And today, our reporter, Jadmin Ferret, held talks with the U.S. Embassy Public Affairs Officer, Alisande Rose. Watch this interview.
Thank you, Mr. Ferdi. Thank you, dear viewers. Hello and welcome on our news roundup program, 10 Minutes With. We're going to talk about the relationship between the U.S. and the Republic of Congo, immigration based on education, and finally, the pandemic situation. Well, I am not alone. I am with a great guest, Alisande, who works at the U.S. Embassy here in Congo. She will kindly introduce herself. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Jadmir. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me on the show today. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, so you're public affairs officer at the U.S. Embassy?
That's right. I am the public affairs officer at U.S. Embassy Brazzaville.
Yeah.
I supervise 3 local staff. Yeah. We are a small but very effective team, and I've been in Congo about 2 years now.
Wow. So 2 years that you are appointed there as a public affairs officer.
That's right.
Wow, that's a great job. All right, yes. So now we're going to talk about the relationship between the U.S. and the Republic of Congo. What is the relationship between the 2 countries in terms of education?
In terms of education, wow, that's a great question. Well, first, I want to say that we have a great relationship with the Republic of Congo. We have very friendly relations, and we are collaborators on lots of issues that matter to both of our countries. And as you know, that's one of the main reasons that we are here in the Congo, is to work on that relationship and work on furthering our mutual goals. One of those is definitely education. So one of our priorities at U.S. Embassy Brazzaville is to help the youth of Congo. We know that Congo is a very young country, that more than half of your population is very, very young. Right. And we want to attract young and talented Congolese students to study in the U.S. And we do work every day in the public affairs section, my section at the embassy, to help young Congolese people have access to English language materials and resources and training, and also things like information about U.S. universities and colleges. I can tell you more.
So that's great, as you said, that the U.S. Embassy is helping Congolese youth in the domain of education. So I would like to talk about all the youth who have the problem with English because they really want to study in the United States of America, but English is the barrier. So what about Villa Washington, which used to offer English courses?
Thank you so much for asking about Villa Washington. We are very, very proud of our English Club program, which precedes me by many years. We were able to do in-person English Club every week in Brazzaville. However, due to the pandemic, we've moved that English Club format to Facebook. So I would like to give all of your viewers a plug right now for our virtual English Club. Every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. we have Facebook Live Virtual English Club. So that's a great place for people to start if they're interested. We also work with a large community of English clubs in Brazzaville, in Pointe-Noire, and beyond to work with them on giving them resources that they need to manage their in-person clubs.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So I will return it every Thursday, 2:30 p.m., right?
3:30.
3:30. All right. 3:30. All right. So how do you do to assist those youth when they are in the United States?
Well, we would love for more Congolese students to travel to the U.S. to study. As you mentioned, the main barrier is English language. Everything starts with English language. So that's our first goal. Our first goal is to give young people here access to the materials they need to help them with their English. We also have an Education USA advising office at the embassy, and we have an advisor who can help students learn about different colleges and universities in the United States, how to prepare for admission to those universities and colleges, things like writing your essays, completing the TOEFL test.
Okay.
Have you taken the TOEFL test, Jadmir? The
No.
teacher.
Yeah.
That's the English language test that is required for most colleges and universities.
Yes.
So we do offer counseling to interested students. And they
Okay.
can find information on our Facebook page
Okay, they can find information.
and our website,
Which is www.
U.S. Embassy Brazzaville.
Okay, all right.
Just do a Google search.
Sure. All right, thank you so much. Would you mind talking about different funds that President Biden's administration offer to Congolese youth, NGOs?
Sure. I think one of the most important sources of funding and resources for African youth in particular
Yeah.
are programs like the YALI program, the Young African Leadership Initiative, that was started by President Obama. And we also offer many other exchange programs. So that's a great way for not only travel to the U.S. to be able to see American culture up close and personal, but also offers educational and professional opportunities. So exchange programs are a major way that we reach out to young people here in Africa and in Congo in particular. We have the YALI program here, we have the Fulbright program, we have Pan-African Youth Leadership Program, and Access program. Those are both programs for high school students.
Okay, great.
And we
That's
also have the International Visitor Leadership Program. That's for professionals.
All right, that's great. So some of them are really fighting and struggling in order to get the green cards but we have noticed that a lot have been ripped off.
Have been ripped off?
Yeah, because of some frauds and so on.
Oh, yes. Thank you for asking this question. I think it is very, very important for your viewers to understand that you do not need to pay a third-party company for help with your U.S. visa application.
All right.
You simply need to fill out the form to the best of your ability and present your story to the consular officer. There is no reason to ever pay anyone outside the embassy for help with your visa interview.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. So now we know that they do not have to pay.
Please don't.
All right.
It is a problem everywhere in the world, not just here in Congo.
Yeah. We take note. We really take note. Thank you so much. So now we're going to go talk about the pandemic situation that is really hitting the worldwide economy. And in some countries, they're even talking about bankruptcy now. So we want to know how the U.S. is managing with the vaccination.
Well, thank you for asking. I'd first like to mention before we talk about the U.S. that President Biden recently announced through the COVAX program that the United States government will be donating 500 million vaccines throughout the world, including 49 African countries. So that program is currently unfolding. That's happening as we speak. We're trying to get everyone immunized. And to answer your question, at this moment as we're speaking, the United States has about a 50% full vaccination rate. So that's good, but it's not quite where we need to be, especially with concerns about the Delta variant. So I would like to urge your viewers, please get vaccinated. There are many different options available here in Congo, and everyone should get vaccinated and still be cautious. We know across the river in the DRC, there are a lot of cases of the new Delta variant.
That's true.
And so everyone needs to be careful. Everyone needs to get vaccinated.
It means that you're vaccinated.
Yes, I'm vaccinated.
So do I.
That's great.
All
I'm
right.
glad.
That's great. Thank you so much. So I personally enjoyed what you have said and learned a lot about the green cards, about education, and so on. But is there anything that you wanted to say that you didn't say when I was asking questions?
No, I just want to say thank you again for having me. And for those who might wonder, what kind of work do we do at U.S. Embassy Brazzaville? One of our main goals is to help Congolese youth succeed in the 21st century. And one of the main ways that we can do that is through English language skills. So things like this TV show, which is so fantastic, and other resources that we offer on our Facebook page, on our website. We also have a library at the embassy, which is sadly closed now due to the pandemic, but we are going to be resuming eventually, and we also have a lot of virtual programs. So please know that we are here to help give young Congolese people what they need to succeed in today's world.
All right, I'm so happy to know that you are ready to help young Congolese youth to succeed and pursue their dreams. That's great. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. That was great. Now we know that the U.S. Embassy is there for Congolese youth. Do not hesitate. Learn English. Do whatever you can do to succeed. Thank you. Mr. Fergie, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.